but that could be. That is my delivery. I'm stood in the pit, solid. Oh, you can stand with it. And I've come in here, and a freaking jet wash is exploding everywhere. And it has damaged the carpet beyond repair. 20 years old next year. And I love it. It's not good. Hopefully I've got everything I need here. Probably not. Screws done. On to the next one. It's a beautiful morning, but it's an early one. I'm just trying to get motivated. 7:10, Monday morning, another week. This week, it's concrete, day to day. They are removing those bags. So, I need to wake up. I'll just show you how strong my rebar is. There's no way that's moving. It's not shifting at all. Might need some light on in here. Ta-da. So today we've got 2 ton of ballast, 14 bags of cement, and a cement mixer. Oh, you wake up though. Concrete, it's gonna get poured. I need to mark where my rebar is, so when they come to drill, they'll try and avoid the rebar. And mark where the cable has got passing through on this side as well. I need to hoover the little bits and gravel that's still kicking around in there, and I need to spray just a bit of water on any of the dusty loose stuff. Oh, let's do that. Oh. Sun is rising. I'm stood in the pit and I'm waiting for delivery and collection of these stuff here over here. It's concrete day. And yeah, we're gonna get it pouring. My pad is solid. You can stand with it. So, I'm not worried about it fall through. I've just marked out where the rebar is. There's also a power cable there, so I want to avoid that. So, I need to hook up a hose, and don't have a wheelbarrow. I had thought, do I just do my mixers, pour it straight onto the floor, and then just push it with a squeegee? Because otherwise my bags of ballasts and cement that will probably not be too far away from the entrance. I have to have the mixer next to it, otherwise you move in mixers. So maybe I should have just had a wheelbarrow. I don't care, I just pour it on the floor. Doesn't care. Mixer here, bag, douche, and then just tip it. Just squeegee it where I want it to go, I suppose. Well, work it out when you get to it. You might actually have one on board. I can hear something. Sounds more like a car though. Right, we'll get to it. So the sacks have been taken out. Just dropped off one of the big ballasts, so I've got the cement mixer there. Here comes the last bag, just damping around the edges of the pit. Arms with my wife's scales. I'm just going to get myself a benchmark. Not my, well, I need to find my weight first. All over the place. 90.8 on my I'm going to weigh one of my buckets, try and, I need 100 kilos ballast, and I need a 25 kilo bag, and that gets me 300 strength. I need to work out how much of the fibres I need to put in for each batch as well, because it was like 1 handful, 2 handfuls, it weighs nothing. I haven't got a wheelbarrow, so I'm actually trying to find one, because I was going to just tip it on the floor and then use a squeegee, just brush it in, but it's going to splatter everywhere. And I've got one post there, I've got my painted walls, it just be really messy. Right, let's weigh one of these up. Yes. Si necesita completa.
Sí, pero los dos no caben, aquel y este no caben, los dos coches no caben.
No, no.
Los dos no.
Sí, sí. En una y dos.
Sí, cabe.
Sí, sí, sí.
Y de ancho es.
Sí, es ok. Es ok. El X5.
Yo los veo y me da lástima de verlo al sol.
Sí.
Es muy ancho. Claro.
Sí. Es no problema.
Este
coche, no problema. Es coche, es
entra muy justo. Muy justo.
Sí.
Nada. Y te agarro.
Hello. Great skills. Now it's 50 kilos that. One tub, 50 kilos. Right? So I need 2 tubs per 1 bag of cement. In fact, that's more than 50 kilos. That's 47. It's 57 kilos. So it's nearly 60 kilos. It's going to be easy if I drop it down to like 33 kilos. So let's make it, I'm going to make up 33 kilos into each tote. I'll put spray paint a line or something around it so I know exactly where I need to raise it up to. Then I'm just chucking 3 pails in at a time. Otherwise I'll be wearing myself out. So this needs to be 123, 127. Took too much out. Spray paint, go. Right, so 3 of them per 1 bag of cement. I've got my jet wash here because it's the closest I can get to any water source. So I just took it to the end of the jet wash. So I've got that, get the fibres. Apparently it's one of these bags, 700 or something. That one's going to be one of these bags per big bag. How much this weighs, it's going to be impossible to work out, I think. I'll put on weight, put on 0.1, 600 grams, 600 grams. So if I'm doing 100 kilo loads, apparently there's 1,000 kilos there. I don't think probably less, but anyway. 50 grams per load. 50 grams per load. Divide that by 10. I'm just going to chuck a handful in. See how we go. Right. Set up, just need to plug that in and wait for a wheelbarrow to arrive. I've marked rebar, I've marked where there's a cable going there and a cable going there. I've not heard anything about the wheelbarrow. It's still half 8, but they're normally up by this time. Fingers crossed. Wait a little longer, try someone else. Can't do anything until then. Fully set up now, ready to go. Just waiting on my wife to get us a wheelbarrow from a friend. I know exactly what I'm doing. Well, famous last words. I have got my water set up here. It just comes from the jet wash. 2 of those tubs, 10 litres, which is roughly how much I should need. I have marked each of these buckets with spray paint. There's approximately 33 kilos in each one of them, which is about, I think it was 4 scoops or something like that. I've got my cement mixer, that's set up. I've got my bags here, there's 14 bags, 2 big ballasts, and I've got my water set up. I've sprayed the outside of the pit with water, so all the like little damp bits, there's the odd few rocks I'm just going to pick up now, loose ones, you can just see them. And then the plan would be 3 of those totes into there with a bag of cement, 2 of those buckets of water, well, 1 and a bit gradually added, and I'm going to make it really thick wheelbarrow there, straight in, doosh, and hopefully I've got enough, and also hopefully I haven't got far too much. I've also got my fibres here, which I'm going to start by just putting a handful in, and that should be 1 bag of fibres per 1 tonne ballast. And this is actually extra quick drying strength cement, 42.5 stuff. I didn't realise what I was getting, but I did actually ask originally when I wanted everything delivered that I wanted extra strength poured, ready to go. So that's maybe why they're giving me that. But that's good. More strength, more safety, more better. About halfway, give or take. This area is slightly bigger, and I probably need a little bit more. And I've got a little bit of the ballast left from bag 1. So once that ballast has gone from bag 1, that's halfway. So it is probably about this amount here. Now, the strength that I've gone for, like 4 parts ballast and 1 part cement, which means 1,000 kilo bag, I need 10 bags per ballast big bag, and I only had 14. The guy even said 10 will be enough. I'm doubling it, so I'm going to have to go and get 6 more bags of cement. So quickly as well, because I don't want this to be able to tie in properly. I don't want it to start going off. Should be alright. Yeah, quickly go. Just little bits. It's not quite there, for fuck's sake. Well, you joined me after I finished the pad, but there was a bit of a freaking disaster halfway through. Pad was going well, no issues, apart from running out of stuff, so I've been to the suppliers twice. And when I was away getting the supplies for the second time, I comes to use the garage door. When I get back, press the button, it's not working. What? What's going on here? Pressing the button, the light's flashing on. So I've had to go in around the house, come through here, and I've come in here, and the freaking jet wash is exploding everywhere. And we're talking like water as high as the ceiling. All over the TV, all over the workbenches. My drawers are full of fucking water. It didn't get the camera because I actually moved the camera to the other side, but I've now got like inches of water which I've been trying to sort out for the last God knows how long, soaking everywhere. Oh. It was inside these drawers. That toolbox is full. You can see the water splat all over. There's water in this drawer. There's water in all the drawers. It's a bastard nightmare. So I'm trying to keep it away from the pad and also trying to finish the pad before it goes off, because it needs to bond with each other. So I couldn't ignore finishing this before completely tidying this. So yeah, you can see everything's wet. Yeah, everything's wet. So they've took the cement mix is gone. Just annoying. It's one of those things that start having to like rush everything. Using something, otherwise it's gone. There it is. Can't find my trowel anywhere. If you can't find a trowel, use a motorbike. It actually works pretty well. There you go. It's that. It's just mess everywhere. I just washed that wall because it was splat, and I've noticed that I've missed bits of a newly painted wall, and then when I jet washed it, a bit of the paint flaked off. So being one of them. Look at the mess on my side of my bench. Obviously I was worried that the TV's not working. It's quite possible. I haven't switched it on, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah, been bloody chaotic, really chaotic. My daughter in helping us, picked her up from school early when I had to do the second one. But the pad's down. I've messaged them to say, look, pad's going in today. You tell me when you want to come do it. I have read that they can install it, but as long as you don't use it for 28 days, it's fine. So maybe in a week or two, they'll come install it. We'll hope that they don't shut for August, because if they shut for August, then I'll have to get it early or wait till September. And hopefully they're not really busy in July, meaning that they'll not be able to get it done. It's potentially, well, my luck, how things have been going, that will probably be the case. So I'll see you in September. Bye. See you. Bye. Fingers crossed. Right, I'm going for a beer. So, started to have a tidy because it was an absolute disaster. Managed to sort of dry a lot of stuff. I haven't checked the TV yet. The pad is going off quite nicely. In this heat, you can actually walk on most of it. 33.5 degrees, 50% humidity. There's still stuff lying around, but I've had to go through every single drawer because this one especially was full of water. These were full of water. My DA, which I haven't tested yet, also got damp, but things like Makitas I've left out in the rain before and they've been fine. Just don't switch them on straight away. There's splatter on both columns, and I've got mess that shouldn't be here, that is here, because the jet wash incident. So I now need to try and get all this concrete dust crap off the floor. Yes. Anyone got any ideas? I don't think I've got time to do it this week, to be honest. But if anyone sees this video and has an idea of the best way to do it, and it's because obviously there's mopping, but mopping just seems to spread it. I've tried jet washing that bit. There's only so much I can jet wash inside without getting everything absolutely minging again. We're just loading up the motorhome for no apparent reason, but we've lent it to our friends, so we want to get the bikes back in there. We've also removed some of our personal stuff, so gets it out of the way, because it was just lying around the pool area. So we'll do that, and then we'll work out how to sort this floor out. We find ourselves now midweek and very little done. I brought in the X5 because the X5 needs a detail because I've got family coming over tomorrow and the inside is being used as a ute, truck, pickup, van, whatever you want to call it. I've had a stone chip as well that I've noticed, quite a considerable one, so pretty bad. I'm going to get the lights done. I can't tackle that at the minute, to be honest. But the interior needs desperate going over. The pad's coming along really well. I've just driven over it, I haven't left the car on it. Just quickly drove over it. There's obviously no marks being made. My extremely kind friend, who I lent the wheelbarrow from, has also donated a couple of dye kits. So I've got taps and dyes galore, and I only had a couple, and now I've got a full set. So they will come, unfortunately, in handy, because you know when these got to come out, things are going badly. But I can find a place in one of my dry drawers. Do I have a dry drawer? Yay! Yeah, so I kind of left everything, dabbed everything dry, and then left all the drawers open just to let the 34-degree heat and do its thing. So these should, now fit here, beautiful. It's a full set of metric and imperial. Don't even look used. Allen keys. So brilliant addition to the workshop. I have been shopping because the other thing I wanted to get done today was I've already put the strip light on that side, and I want to put one on that wall because I've got it. So I might as well put it there. I've got portable lamps anyway for other areas if I need to, so I'm just going to put it on there, and then at least I've got the side lighting started and to a point where it shouldn't be too bad. I've got another idea as well. I thought this was quite a good idea. So I have got an old set of 4 curtains that were from a pergola, and now my idea would be in each corner I'll have some sort of anchor, metal anchor drilled into the wall, and I'll run a wire all the way along to say about here where this post is. So when I'm spraying, I'll have my curtain here and I'll pull the curtain across and it'll completely cover there. Same for here, so I'll probably need 2 curtains for this one. So I'll have it just suspended running along there, and when you need it, you pull the curtain over, pull the other curtain over, and same again for this part here. I'll have another curtain going like that. So I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 curtains completely covering my workbench, TV, tools, everything, so not getting loads of overspray everywhere. The other thing I need to do is I need to work out where's best to put some extraction fans in, because I was thinking I'm going to need some. They're going to be useful anyway, aren't they? Even when I'm not spraying. Potentially a couple up here that I can have going both ways, and potentially a couple up there which I can also do in and out. I've got my big fan, so that can blow it up, and then hopefully, and then I'm going to need potentially the garage door open, but without spraying inside and without having them on, I suppose there's no way of working it out. Get the place really dusty, I suppose, and just turn it into a wind tunnel and just really test where everything goes and circulates out properly, because you don't want it just hanging and then dropping. So that's a couple of plans. I'm not doing the curtains today, and I'm not doing the extractors today, but that is an absolute mess. I've got some more trunking for my lights. I can start sorting the inside of this out. Bin bags. Lots of bottles of water in there, or empty bottles of water. It's not going to be too fun, so I'll not record it. We're really struggling with jobs this week, but I will keep you updated. Potentially something may or may not happen with the Mercedes tomorrow. just been getting together all the receipts and all the parts that's been done to it that can be presented to this new garage, who is a Mercedes specialist, and he can show us or have a look based on what's been done, what he thinks may need to be done, and hopefully find out the problem and get it fixed. And I swear to God, if it's something cheap and quick, I'm going to be furious because I've spent so much money on this car. This car is going to be a money back, hopefully, kind of car. And even then, it may end up turning into just want rid, give me as much money as I possibly can so I can just get out of my life and get a new one. Oh, wow, yeah. So, 6 Series BMW. It was the 630. It was green as well. It was not for sale. It was just there, and I was like, drove past it. Oh, I want it. It's like everything ticks every box. I had like the black wheels, I had the black roof, and then I had like a green wrap, maybe. But it was the 630, which is the one I want, because it's not too thirsty, and it's, yeah, I should have stopped and asked if you want to sell it, but I'm not in the position to buy at the minute, because I've got that 3 Series outside. And I don't want them to say, yeah, it's for sale, and then me go, how am I going to afford it? But to be honest, it probably left-hand drive. It probably costs like 14 grand, and I ain't paying 14 grand for left-hand drive when I can get a right-hand drive for about 4 or 5 grand. Just getting into the clean of this X5, which is really dirty. The reminded me of this mark that we got here. So my wife, when we were moving, emptied the car of loads of stuff and left one thing, a battery, on its side, and it has damaged the carpet beyond repair. So she didn't realise that it can't be left on its side. She dropped it when she tried to lift it out. So she should have just left it or told me and I would have moved it, but it is what it is. She didn't actually know that batteries shouldn't be left on their side. Fortunately, it was for a period of time. This is not going to be a thorough job, this, because it's a workhorse. It's looked after, but I know for a fact we're going to the beach in a couple of days, and after all this cleaning, they just end up with sand all inside of it. Just get rid of all the noticeable marks from when I've been hauling stuff. When it gets into winter, I'll give it a proper one. It's too hot to do it properly now. But yes, this is the 7-seat model. Second row moves in and out as well, which is handy. Headrest is spot on. Actually going to get used this week because there's 6 of us. So I'm going to put one side up and then we've got space for luggage. Right, crack on. So the interiors are done. I've just whizzed over the rear lights and front lights just to give them a bit of a spruce. It's much better. Interior is now, well, you're able to sit in the interior without sticking to it or sliding off because of all the sand that's in there. But it's coming up to next year. It's 19 years old, probably around about now. It was first release SD, so it's the 3 litre twin turbo M Sport with 7 seats. 20 years old next year. And I love it. What's it got on now? 230,000 kilometers, something like that. It's so when these first came out, they only did the 3 litre diesel. I believe they may have done the petrols as well. And then not long after, they brought out the twin turbo. So it's called a 3 litre SD instead of 3 litre D. So whenever you see the SD, it means it's got 2 turbos. This has been spec'd so high. The owners before me, who's the previous owner, was JCT 600, which is a Porsche garage in Newcastle. And I went all the way to the UK to buy it because it's got everything. I'm trying to think what it didn't. Oh, it didn't have a tow bar, but I have actually fitted one, detachable. And then they rebranded, because this is the M57 engine, then they rebranded it to 35D. So when you see a 30D, it's one turbo. When you see 35D, it's twin turbo. And then they changed, only briefly, was the M57 in the 35D. Then the 35D changed to the N57, which is not as good as the M57. Then, just to confuse things again, they brought out 40D, which replaced the 35D. So whenever you see a 40D, it's twin turbo, and if you see a 50D, it's tri-turbo or bi-turbo and tri-turbo. So, yeah, and obviously still the 30D is still single turbo. But it's an animal. It's a beast. Love it. It's showing signs of age here and there, but as we all, after 240,000 kilometers, wheels probably need a little bit of a refurb, and definitely needs to sort out the tracking and camber at the back. So once I get the ramp up, I'm going to change those bolts over and get them down to the tracking garage and get it done. I don't know if that's coming up on camera, but it's bloody obvious, like, there's been a little dent as well. That's stone that, like. Come closer. I haven't polished it. Slight dent and definite paint chip. So what we'll do is we'll get this out. It's done, it's ready to go tomorrow. I could just leave it in here, I suppose. Talk about birds' nests kicking up there as well, because they're noisy then. They weren't there before. We've already got the Swifts over here. Birds just walking on the roof the whole time. Anyway, jobs, I think. I need to do. The motorhome needs its ITV. Last time I was in there, they picked up on when I had the indicators on, the side markers were blinking. And since then I've actually lost one of the side markers and the marker from the top. So I've ordered little lights. They're LED ones, and I'm hoping it drains less power so it's not to be obvious blinking when these are blinking, because it's a nothingness. And if they want to fail on that, I swear to God, they're starting to get very, very picky with things. And it's getting more and more difficult to get through an ITV unscathed. This failed on a rear tyre, and over here you've got to change both tyres, apparently, although I did get away with it. What else? Oh yeah, and the lights. He said, oh, you need to clean the lights, and I did. Took it back, and he says, oh, they're aligned incorrectly. You're aligned for driving on the other side of the road. And I says, you passed this 6 years ago or 5 years ago, and I've been back to the same station ever since for the last 5 years. Are you telling me that they've suddenly gone cock-eyed and they've jumped off alignment? Don't think so. So they're just being. Anyway, let's get the motorhome sorted out, because that is a job that needs to be done, and it needs to be ITV by the end of this month. So I've got 2 weeks, and I've got friends, family, all that. So I have got a load of LEDs to replace the current lamps. And I've also got new markers for the top of the motorhome. Plan is, cut the old wires, take the old ones off, get these on, make it all nice and neat. Got some new bulbs for the markers at the top. These were a lot smaller than I thought, but I'm pot committed now, so it's kind of tough. Let's see if my new tools armed with some new snips. Nice. Trusty Parkside stuff. So I've got lights. I need a lighter, which everything got soaking wet when I had that bloody flood, so I don't know if this is going to work. No. Right, they work. My TV does work, which is good. So let's go get this stuff outside, motorhome, and fit these new lights, because I've been putting it off, I don't know, 3 weeks. They arrived not long after I moved in, to be honest. I've been pretty busy. Right, I think that's everything I need. Well, I've just turned the engine on because I need the engine on with the blinkers going. and I've just realised I've got a flat tyre. It's hit, he's hit a curb, I think, or someone's hit a curb, and it's cracked it, and that is outside one of them. It's twin axle, well, 4 tyres at the back. Shit, it's not good. Hope I've got a spare here, like, and I just hope it's in alright condition. Oh, it's matching. It matches. And I've got a spare on the van as well. Why is this not on it? There must be a reason why when I bought it, they didn't have this one on. It's the same age, and it's got some abnormal wear on this bit here, like to the point where it's too much. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in the motorhome anyway. Might be able to work out a combination where there's a, because they've all got a match here, it's been every single one of them, and typically frickin' Continental one, isn't it? But that is absolutely screwed. I haven't driven it. Let's just chuck that in there for now to remind me to put it somewhere. I am gonna have to crack on with the lights, because he's doing as well now. Right. There we go. Alright. Hopefully I've got everything I need here. Probably not. So I'm going to have to go. Right. So my plan is, first off, get a brown, red to blue, chuck him through there, twist, snap back through, so crimp that on probably the biggest setting, I'd say. Lighter, where are you? And the wind picks up just when you don't want it to. And there's one. Same to this one. Just chop that off. That. Get another one of these. Probably could do with a smaller one, to be honest. That was potentially a bit too big. I think they're a bit too small. So that's working. Yep. Oh, a wasp. I've got nothing. I do need to get a set of crimpers that aren't awkward like this. How about that? Right. Sound. Just got to do that 5 more times now. So, yeah, I'm going to have to get this up to get tyre on as well, which is annoying. Hopefully that should just poke through there. That one should just poke through there. Do they need to be horizontal? I don't know, because really fit in there too well with the cable. Screws. Done. On to the next one. So that should be, except for the tyre, which I need to get sorted still, the motorhome ready for test. So the side mark all been replaced, the ever so slightly blink, but not as much, and there's less chance of the bulbs being faulty, because sometimes you got to tap them because they rattle loose. Got the top bulb marker up there has also been done. I've also polished the headlights because they were yellow, completely yellow. Just hope they're not bastards when it comes to the tyres, because they are, what year were they, 2017 or 19 or something, and they can be awkward when it comes to certain things. Have a siesta. I didn't realise that these wee bit of solder and it melts under lighter heat. I did not know that, which is brilliant, because then it solders it, and also it's got the waterproof bit that melts, and that turns into liquid, and that stops any water getting in. That's a good little purchase. Can't remember how much, but always handy. Mentioned before about Sahara sand rain. Well, I'm just taking a little drive. Beautiful blue lake just around the corner from my house, and it's a perfect example where you can see where it's landed, and it's covered in dust, like covered. This has been cleaned for the viewing yesterday, was it? And it's been parked outside for, I don't know, like 12 hours. it may not have been rain, but it drops like rain. So now you've covered the car in sand, which which is annoying. So, needless to say, people are going to come on Friday. I'm going to have to clean it again. But let's get the roof down and let's have a little mooch around the Blue Lake. Pedrera, Coromendo, Ovivela, Alicante, Spain. Bikes are out as well, don't blame them. Windows down, roof down, let's go. Out about in the E93, and I did notice something peculiar yesterday. It's not really peculiar with the state of affairs when it comes to fuel nowadays anyway, but fuel jumped 6 cents. I say fuel, diesel. It's the only thing I really look at because my two cars are diesel. However, one thing that has struck a bit of an interest is the fact that diesel is now cheaper than petrol. This has always been the case in Spain, and through this Iran crisis, diesel actually ended up being more expensive than petrol, which is more in keeping with most of the rest of the countries around us, especially the UK. So we were thinking, well, diesel, that's the end of diesel, which I do still think it's the end of older diesels because they're bringing in all these eco stickers and stuff like that, and you can't get into city centres, it's going to put people off, etc. However, they may still have cheaper diesel here in Spain than petrol, so we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. But there's a quick little fuel update. So at 153 for diesel, and it's 157 for petrol. And with that said, it was 147 2 days ago, so it's the 6 cent jump on diesel. I don't know how much the petrol's done because I haven't kept it. You know, that's the thing, the petrol could have jumped up 15 cents, and that's why it's changed so much. But we'll keep an eye on it. Right, let's go back to the workshop. Got to get this E93 dusted down because we've had some sand. It's not rain because it's not wet, but it gets brought up in the clouds and then the sand just falls down. And the E93, which is nicely polished, is now nicely dusty. And I do have, hopefully, someone coming to look today, so we'll see how that goes. Just getting the E93 in here. Bit of quick once over because it's covered in dust. And a little look at that front right brake because it's got a bit of a streak going on as well, so just want to see if there's anything noticeable. Give it a clean. Right, see how dusty it is. It's been sat outside for a couple of days. It looks like rain, but it really isn't, because if we've had no rain, I'll just get a cloth on it. I'm going to have to take this to jet wash. Oh, it's annoying. So much dust on this, Lauren. I know I didn't have any cash on me. Bringing out the big guns. I need to just give it a once over, looking as nice as I possibly can. Hopefully we'll get some sun so it really looks good. Give us a once over. Nothing too crazy. Fresh cloth. Dad's making a mess. Pad that has just got warm and splattered everywhere. Didn't look that old, but it is. Well, I think a trip to the jet wash is going to be needed here. Unless change of pad, it's going to work. It really does just get everywhere, that sand. Right. Terrible start of the day. They haven't replied yet, and they're definitely up because it said active 54 minutes ago. That's proof now. Well, after little hiccup there, using a pad that had whatever compound still in amongst it, even though it looked pretty new. Note to self, always use a new one. I haven't stocked up since moving. I haven't been to the shop to buy any consumables or anything like that. I haven't ordered anything, and I do need to put an order in, so I've got them, because what looks relatively, well, this has just been used again, but what looks relatively sound can have all sorts hiding underneath, and especially when it gets warm, it just went. Just chuck that one there. I'm just going to wait and see if I get an actual response for this viewing before going more crazy. I live in this town, so I think it's crossed. TV is working. Happy days. Just been speaking with the garage installers for 2 Post Lift, and they've said 8th of August. They haven't let on that they're closed for August, so fingers crossed they're not, because if they are, I'm going to be furious. But 8th of August is when they've said they might be here, which is actually a Saturday. It's a bit much better than logbook. Although I can't find the video that I just started watching, unless it wasn't the new one. Go to my history. Ta-da! That's me. So let's just. So we have a potential another time waster, as per usual. Getting kind of used to it now, with many people saying, well, normally Facebook people, to be honest, but this person generally does live around here. And they've just come over, but I was expecting them to come and see the car because I was the first person to comment and they were really interested. They're obviously not that interested if they'd said, well, I messaged them first and they replied a little later on saying, we've managed to line up a few viewings at dealers this morning. If we don't buy anything, can we come and see you this afternoon? Is that okay? Which means basically they're not interested. Because why would you go to a dealer before going to a private that's in your village? That's just doesn't make sense. So, plan of attack now is to just leave the car outside but using it, keep enjoying it, using it, sun, roof down, blast around. Honestly, I've dropped the price as well. I gave them a price that is much lower than what I wanted, 6.5 grand. I don't know, wanted a small to medium car, which is what it is. They can't argue that there's not enough space in the back because a small car would have less space in the back. And they can't argue that they won't have much of a boot because the boot isn't actually that bad. The roof down, yeah, you still get 2 carry-on bags and a couple of bags for life in there. You still get your shopping in with the roof down. With the roof up, plenty of space to boot. They'll be like, oh, it's not as economical. I like to find something that's more economical than a 2-litre diesel BMW. They're amazing. Round the doors, hitting it hard, 35 miles per gallon and touch less maybe. On the motorways, 60s. So, we'll see. We'll probably call that for the end of the week. I think there's not really much more to do. Unless something does happen later on with that E93, which I'm not holding my breath. We'll say thank you to all the 160 subscribers that I've got. Subscribe. Next week, hopefully getting a few cars in. We'll see what happens. It's getting into summer now, so it's getting warm. A lot of the other garages shut. I'm willing to take jobs on if it's worth it. So you may find that they choose me because I'm open. But till then, we'll call it for the week and pray that something happens with the E93. Adios.